Hello everyone, it is Comrade. I am here showing my airgun collection. Now, if you've been a member of my channel for about 5 years, you'll know I first started with airguns, then I went into gaming. Both things did not work out as well. Plus I also had alias, which I'm no longer using. I'm just using the alias of Comrade for both my channels. Anyways, we're done with airsoft because airsoft isn't as fun and as realistic, I guess you could say, as air guns are. Although I think some of the newer airsoft guns actually do look very, very realistic, painfully realistic. Anyways, I got about 17 of the 19 guns I have. Two of them actually don't work, so it is just the 17 active ones, even though, as I'll show you, the two right over here really don't work too well. So yeah, let's begin. I'll start off with my oldest one. It's my grandfather's Red Ryder gun. Still works. No safety on it, which I don't know if they had safeties back then, back in the 40s or so, 40s or 50s. Has a little recoil, which I assume that's what they did back then. I have no idea. It's a nice gun, still shoots. Yeah, nothing much else. It's a BB gun. So, yeah, Red Ryder gun. Now, if you've just been on my channel for a couple months now, you'll see back. Well, it is still June as of recording, but back on the 10th, I released a short video of me shooting a tin can, soda can, with a rifle. This is the rifle. This is the Crosman Optimus. It's a 22. Pretty good. I don't remember if I put my scope on it when I had that video taken, or if I took off the scope. I didn't zero the scope in all the way. It was still shooting a bit high. But I would say this is a pretty good gun. One complaint I really have about it is it's a break barrel. When you cock it, it's hard. It's probably a good 40, 50 pounds. And it said like 35 pounds. I think it's much more, 35. A couple of my other guns are break barrels. They're about 35 pounds. This is probably higher than 35. Yeah, like that. I don't want to cock it because I don't want to dry fire it too much. But this is the Crosman Optimus. I think it was 130, 140 on pure midair. Which, by the way, if you are in a state where like Amazon won't ship to you, like I am because I'm in Massachusetts, pure midair will ship to Massachusetts, and they won't require a signature. So if you're 18 and still don't have your license yet, or something else, don't worry, it's an option. It's like $3 extra. But yeah, you don't have to get your signature for it, which is really cool and interesting too on that site. But yes, this is the Crosman Optimus, chambered in 22 caliber pellet. Before we go any further, we're in the pet corner. I don't know if you can see him, but my rabbit Chamois, as I call him, his real name is Seamus. How you doing, Seamus? Sleeping? Okay, he is sleeping, so we're gonna leave him alone here and go right back to the content. All right, the one I have right here is a 177. It is a Ruger APX. It is a multi-pump. You pump it from here, uh, like that. Okay, just wanted to make sure it's clear. It's a pretty good gun. We were probably 2 feet away, but one of my cats had a rabbit in its mouth, so I kicked my cat out of the way. The rabbit was already wounded pretty good. It was shrieking. So I did the most humane thing. Grabbed this thing, aimed right around the heart, and shot it. It bounced around for a couple seconds, went in by the stove, and it died there. But I put it in another round just to be sure. So this thing can kill rabbits. Anyone who says less than like a 30 caliber is wrong. Uh, he mainly, I probably wouldn't shoot another rabbit with this. But again, he only was struggling for probably about 10 seconds before he actually died. Um, it's all about placement, shot placement, and strength. This one shoots up to 800 feet per second. It's a pretty good gun. Um, yeah, like a fiber optic on the front end side there. Pretty good gun. I recommend it. I think it was probably 140 at Tractor Supply, maybe 160. I don't know. I think this is one of my Christmas presents. It is dual ammunition. You can put BBs right in here, and then your pellets go right in here. And yeah, and it's got one of the forward safeties here, or you can use this switch, but you gotta be putting pressure to switch it like that. And yeah, definitely recommend if you're a small game shooter. I got this for Christmas, but we got it mostly because we have rats, because we have chickens. So that's why I have a lot of air guns that are pellet. Alright, this one I haven't shot yet. I got it last year in like the fall. I think it was like November or something. This was $60 at Tractor Supply. It is the Merrick's Kenix. It is CO2. CO2 goes in the buttstock here. It's a rotary clip. It's got a 10-round rotary clip right in this area here. From what it looks like, now again, I haven't shot it yet, but from what it looks like a pretty good gun. Very light. Yeah, I'm excited to shoot this thing. I haven't. When I did my range day thing, I didn't even bring this one because I wasn't sure how it would work, because it was only like $60. But then again, there are a couple of guns here that probably should have been like 30 or 40, but were like 70 or 80. But yeah, this seems like a pretty good gun for anyone starting out, and yeah, kind of excited to see how this works. Alright, so now we are in the junk corner, and this is the Springfield Armory M1 carbine. Now, I love my M1s, especially the Grand, because of the ping. This doesn't have the ping. It does have a realistic bolt. Now, the reason why I call it junk is this was shooting really good. This was a really good gun to shoot. Now, at some point, I was having a hard time chambering, which was like two of these other guns here. So I figured, alright, unjam it and then try to chamber it again and all that. Well, during that process, and it was at the range day type thing, I think I can still see it. Let me see if I can find a flashlight here. Give me one. Alright, found a flashlight. So during the chambering, let me see if I can get this without getting grand thumb. Yeah, you might be having a hard time seeing that. I don't know if you can. I don't think you can. Well, take my word for it. There is like a BB stuck in there. And even one of my friends who was also with me shooting, you can hear him in the background of the AR video chambering the gun. And he actually ended up taking the gun apart, trying to get the BB out of the barrel. So the barrel, there's still a BB in the middle that won't fall out. So this one for right now is junk until I can get like one of the cleaning rods or one of those. If it didn't have the chambering problem, I would say it's a pretty good gun. It's about $130 on Pyramid Air. I have a shopping addiction, so if you're wondering how I'm getting all the money, I have a shopping addiction, which I am desperately trying to stop, even though I just bought an air shotgun. But that should be my last purchase, given that 3 of my guns are junk now. So this might have been just a problem with my gun. get it. It's pretty good. Sight's kind of shit, but like that's how guns were. This type of gun, at least during World War II, was. It was kind of shit aim. But if you want it, get it. It's just money. As I say, as I can't afford college at some point soon. It does wear out. Actually, I'll show you. And it was one day of shooting. It's already wearing out the magazine. Now we move on to the knife portion. This is the Mossy Oak Bowie knife. You can get it about $15 at Tractor Supply. Pretty good knife. I sleep with it at night because I'm very paranoid. Good handle and a good sheath. I'll show you the sheath. It's nothing too special. It's a pretty good knife for the money. And it's Mossy Oak, very well known brand for hunting, and I'm sure knives as well. Case in point, this knife. But yeah, pretty good knife. I recommend. Alright, this knife, I do not know if it's from a company or not. I bought this at an antique flea market, whatever you want to call it. Kind of looks like one of the old Civil War daggers, or at least like the one from GTA 5. If you know, you know. Pretty good, very sharp right here. It's very sharp. Like, I'd be afraid to even, like, slam my hand from here, because it would probably cut it. Very, very sharp right here on the tip. And, of course, you got this, handle protector, so if you got a, like that, pretty good. Comes with this sheath here, which I don't really like too much because with this handle, this is like, it's very loose, so like, here, I'll show you. Just get it in without cutting my hand off. So put these in here. And it looks like it's very tight, but it's not. But the only thing saving it is this. So that can be a bit of a problem, but this one I just have it by my bed next to the floor. Well, on the floor next to the bed. But yeah, I'd say it was a pretty good investment. I think I only paid like $25-$30 for it, which is pretty good. I almost bought a set of knives for $80. I like katanas and stuff. But by the time I had enough money for them, they already got sold out or moved. I don't know. All right, the second piece of junk I have here is the M4177 Crosman. This is the only Crosman rifle I will say is junk. It was like $78 on Pyramid Air. Fake magazine. It's cosmetic. It comes out. That's cool. You don't even hit the mag release. You use this. You just push in on the side of the magazine to take it out. If anything, it's a cool piece if you wanted to like hang it up or something. Would I shoot it? No. And you can hear the BBs. That's how I tried shooting it with a ton of BBs, and I tried shooting it with the pellet. One problem with the pellet is here's where you put the pellet, right where you can see it through. There's no other side, so your pellet, you're going to have to be able to grab that little pellet and stick like your pinky in to make sure it stays, which sucks. That shouldn't be how a pellet gun should shoot, It should have like a bolt, and it does have a bolt, but it doesn't go all the way. I don't know. I call it a piece of junk. I'm willing to sell this and the other gun that I showed already for probably like $30. That maybe like $80. I'm sure that one's still salvageable. But But yeah, I would say it's like a good like frame, like on the wall or something. But I really regret buying this gun. So that's my honest opinion. Yeah, movable stock. That's the only good thing about this gun. And it's multi-pump, by the way, for the pellet if you can get it in there. We are 15 minutes into this video. I'm not even halfway through my guns yet. We are almost done with our rifles, but I still have the pistols and my Uzi to show you. This one is actually one of my favorites. This is the Barra Rosie Jr. Now, I thought this was a regular air rifle when I picked it up, but then I looked when I got home and it said Junior, but that's alright. It still shoots 177 pellets in here, and then BBs right in here, right there. Pretty nifty gun. Only thing is it has no fiber optics for your sight, but that's alright. As long as you're shooting in the daytime, you won't need them. Beautiful gun. You can see it's got the rose color, that's why it's called Rosie. Yeah, I would say a pretty nifty gun. I think I got it for about $60 at Tractor Supply. Pretty good gun. Alright, this one has to be one of my favorites. Actually, my favorite BB gun. My favorite pellet gun, because it isn't a pellet gun. This is my favorite BB gun. This is the DPMS SBR by Crosman. Panther Arms, which I think is a subsidiary of Crosman. This is the magazine. It is heavy. It's probably about 2 or 3 pounds. You put 2 CO2 cartridges right in here. Fits about 25 rounds. As you can see, I still have rounds. My one problem I had with this gun, so right after the video with me shooting this gun at full auto, well, I'll tell my friend, are you ready to have some fun? The bolt release broke, and that scared the hell out of me because I paid about a little over $200 for this gun because I got it with a scope pack. I took it back home, and you can take off the upper and the lower receiver. It's interchangeable with the R1 full auto Crosman. They're basically the same gun. The only difference is the stock. The stock's a bit different, as you can see here. I took it home, took out the bolt release, then put it back in. I think it just got I don't know what's the word, but like as soon as I put it back together, I just like made sure the bolt release and the other thing was okay. I cocked it. It works. It's fine. So I think maybe it just got a little bumped out of shape, I guess you can say. But pretty good gun. This is the only one I'm really modded with. The only new thing is the little suppressor here. It's an Air Venturi tracer unit, but I made sure it's not a tracer because the tracer would not turn off for me, and it would not die if I left it on. So I had to break it. So now I just have it as like a little suppressor or like a compensator or something like that. I did have the scope with it, but the scope ran out of battery, so I got to get some batteries for the scope at some point. But I'm also doing pretty good with iron sights, and I can aim with both eyes open like the military does, which is pretty cool. I can't do it in the Bolter Club. I can't even aim one eye with the Bolter Club on. Yeah. But pretty good gun. It weighs like a real AR-15. This, I've even seen a couple people who, actually I had a family friend who was in the military. He actually took it apart and said, "This is if this wasn't an air gun, this would be an AR-15. The only real difference is the ammunition it shoots, and that it's ran by a CO2, operation. This is like the realest you can get without getting real. So I would definitely get it again. I would get more than these, but like they're very expensive. I'm kind of budgeting right now. But yes, the DPMS SBR, totally get it. It is worth your money. I would even get the high capacity magazine too with it. It was like $70. I haven't gotten that yet because I don't shoot as often as I'd like to. But definitely, if you are looking into shooting BB guns, the real deal, get this one. 7 pounds, so it's like a real AR, and I haven't held a real AR in quite some time. But yeah, this is a pretty good gun. I definitely recommend. All right, this is the is it a Daisy? It does not say. Oh wait, Crosman. It's a Crosman. Okay. I thought it was a Crosman. I wasn't sure. It is a Crosman Uzi, the Z77. It is a BB gun. It is a CO2. CO2 goes right in here. I lost the handle to it, so that's the only danger to shooting this gun. It's semi-auto, which kind of sucks because an Uzi is a full auto madman of a gun. Pretty good. It's got adjustable stock, foldable. Uh, you can put a sling on it too. I don't know where the other portion of the sling would go to, but oh well. It's pretty good. The only downside is when you're aiming with the stock attached, you can't go like this because it's gonna just close, and then you risk shooting yourself or someone else. Um, but yeah, pretty good gun. I got it for $80 at a antique shop again. Yeah, pretty good. Uh, yeah, that's really all I have to say about this gun. Alright, now we are moving to the last category, pistols. Starting with my favorite, this is my BB sidearm, the CZ75 Compact. It is a CO2 non-blowback, which the only downside to it is it's a non-blowback. Shoots about 18 rounds, and there's where you put your CO2 for it. It does have a slide, but again, it's a non-blowback. But pretty cool. I really love this gun. It's very loud. When I first shot it, I thought I was gonna get the cops called on because I really can't be shooting air guns where I am. That's why I had to go somewhere else to shoot the guns in the video before this. But yeah, this is a really good gun. I really love it. I recommend it. I think this one was like $90 at Pyramid Air. But you can get a cheaper one for like 50 or $70. And I think that one's just like the black model of this. So I do recommend getting this gun. All right, this is my second mod pistol. I haven't modded it yet because this is a newer one I've bought. This is the Crosman 2240, the original, not the XL version. The XL version was sold out, and it was like 140. So I was like, nah. This is a 22 pistol. This is a 22 caliber pistol. Put the CO2 right here in the under the barrel. It is a bolt action CO2. There's where you put the pellet in there. It's heavy, but it's light, and it's very nice to hold, and it's even got a very nice trigger to have. Um, it's actually pretty good. A lot of people put stocks on it here, because you can put a stock right here. Barrel extenders. This looks like a really good gun, and if I ever get a little bit more money, and whenever I'm home from college, because I'll be going to college soon, might be working on this in my spare time, making sure it shoots pretty good for a 22 caliber pistol and better, and for about, I think it was only like $70, which is pretty good for 22 as well. That's pretty good. All right, this next one I have is pretty fun, except for a couple things. This is the Barra 009. This is the only Glock air pistol that I know has a switch. There's your switch right there. It can do full auto, and it's pretty good. The only problem I've had with it is chambering as well, except it still shoots. And I also have no idea where the safety is. It doesn't really specify. I think I've had it on semi instead of safety, but there is no gas in it, so it's fine. Shoots about 18 rounds, and you put the CO2 underneath there. And again, with like the Springfield Armory, this is after one range day. It's already getting scratched up. but that's okay. So it's kind of like Luigi Mangioni's gun when he allegedly, I don't think he did it, allegedly he shot the CEO with a ghost gun, and he was having a hard. The person was having a hard time uh, chambering the other round. This is what this gun has a problem with doing too. I could do it semi-auto, shoot one round, and then I'm constantly chambering the next round. Uh, there were a couple times I could burst with the full auto, but I couldn't actually fully full auto it. But it was $140, which I think is a little excessive for a gun that's got a little bit of a hard time shooting. I would have paid 80 for this gun, but that's all right. And it's the Barra 009. Pretty good gun, but I would have paid like 80 for it, not 140. All right, this is the C11. This is a Daisy, I believe, or is it a Cross? It's a Crossman, I think, actually. Shoots this really thin 18 round or like 12 round BB magazine. It's pretty good. It's very light. It's not really that realistic for weight, which is a bummer. I kind of like my guns having realistic everything, but especially weight. Uh, Pretty good sights, I would say. It's got a little bit of a fiber optic on the end there. Um, it's a pretty good little compact thing, but if it had a heavier weight, it'd be a nice, like, little carry gun. But this is the Crosman C11. It's like $30 at Tractor Supply, so it's a pretty cheap gun. Right here, I have the Steyr. It is the M9A1. Steyrs are very rare guns indeed. They are an Austrian gun, kind of like Glock is, but they're very rare to find, both in the real gun and the air gun community. But a pretty good gun. I put a little fake silencer on it, make it kind of look like a little spy weapon. It's about as loud as the CZ75 was. And fun fact, I actually learned this from Airgun Depot, actually. This magazine can be used on the C11 and vice versa, which is a really cool feature if you have both guns, is you can interchange these magazines. Pretty good gun. Put the CO2 right. So you got to take this out first. You got to take the magazine out first. Then you can put the CO2 in. Pretty good gun. Non-blowback, which is a bummer, but very loud for non-blowback. Yeah. So this is the Steyr M9A1. All right, this is my favorite pellet gun to carry because this is the Ruger Mark IV. If you've played Fallout New Vegas, you'll recognize this gun. This is the 22 caliber gun. In real life, it is a 22 caliber pistol. You take the magazine out this way, but with this gun, there is the magazine. It is a break barrel, as you can see here. It takes 177s. I wish it would take 22, pellets. Kind of make it a little more realistic to its counterpart. But this is pretty good if you want to do some planking and you don't want to spend time putting in CO2 and all that. This is pretty good for it. About $55, both online and at Tractor Supply. So really good gun indeed. And I highly recommend this gun. This is the Ruger Mark IV. Alright, lightning round. This is the Crosman Vigilante. It's $60 online at Pyramid Air. Pretty good. 10 rounds CO2. Both BBs and 177 pellets can be shot out of this thing. And it's still action. Well, problem is the safety's right here, and it's a real pain in the arse to deal with. So this is the Crosman Vigilante. And then finally, the Daisy 426. Put the CO2 right in there, and then you put the BBs right up here. okay gun from what I know. I haven't shot it in like 10 years or so. Oh, that's way too long. Like 7 years. Pretty good gun. Not too heavy, but and one of your entry levels sends like $20 online or at Tractor Supply. And that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. Probably sometime next week I will be uploading a video with my newer gun, which is a Gamma Viper Express air shotgun. I bought the last one at Pyramid Air, so I'm sorry if you were trying to get that gun. I have stolen your sale, and yeah, hoping that's a good gun because I'm hearing mixed reviews, but. A lot of elitism in this gun community, especially the people who already have like the PCP air rifles and all that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video.